Hi, good evening, Council. Thank you. Kevin Clary, 31 Cooper Hill Road. I speak tonight as a resident of the town, not as a member of your town's Conservation Commission. If after what I have to say, you decide not to reappoint me after 14 years of dedicated service, then so be it. I know I will have done what is right for our community. We need time to review the terms and conditions of this treaty. This is our first review of this. You expect the residents to be as informed on the matter as you may be tonight and are ready to proceed. We are not. We need more time. A couple of questions I have. Did Ocean State Power have a decommissioning plan in 1988, either at the time of their approval or prior to it? Let's face it, if this thing is built, there will always be an industrial use at this site, and there will always be someone looking to exploit the natural resources that are there beyond Invenergy or Clear River LLC, whatever they are. My next question is, did Ocean State Power Plant have a tax treaty in place prior to the siting approval in 1988? If not, we don't need one tonight. Better than $1 million up front from them as payment now to use against them is a drop in the bucket. They'll spend 10 times that to fight us because they're listening right now. This seems too postured in my perception and is likely something that they already know about how we're going to use this money. If you authorize this to continue, you're only enabling the process. There is no water yet. You vote for this treaty tonight when Socket's listening right now, and they'll be standing in line looking for a cash payment, as we've just opted for if you vote this way. They're listening. It will become quite easy for Invenergy to fulfill water if you agree to this treaty now. The dominoes will only just fall. National Grid electric easement impacts, and will there be an expedited application review for that work? I don't know if that gentleman from National Grid is still here tonight, but maybe he could shed some light on that. They've provided no detail whatsoever on the extension of the power line. I think it's a joke to National Grid that they'll expedite the plans and the permit process for these new lines over 6 miles with Invenergy's time frame in mind, which is likely 2 years, 3 years from now to take to complete that. Nothing has been prepared yet, or they are waiting conveniently, or are they waiting conveniently to roll out these plans for these power line extensions right after they get water approval, right after they get our tax treaty, or better yet, maybe after they get siting approval. Probably already have them prepared, they're just waiting. They did the same thing during the advisory submission process. They submitted the soil erosion control plan and the stormwater plans right after the advisories were due. How convenient for them. How unfair was that? We've sat on our hands on this issue so far. It is unfinished business in my opinion. And by the way, who pays for the power line extension that National Grid's going to be doing, since they're already seemingly postured to do so as part of this project? You know who pays? We do, the ratepayers. Anybody who's on National Grid, folks in Pasco are lucky, you're part of the Pasco Utility District, but the National Grid ratepayers will be paying for this. This is a tariff that they'll use to make us pay for. Mr. McElroy, you mentioned tonight the governor will have a say on our taxes if the appraisal process, on the appraisal process, if we pass this treaty tonight. With all due respect, I don't think Gina Raimondo will still be governor in 2 years from now if the fate of this plant isn't able to continue. If you approve the treaty, you will not only be the laughingstock of Rhode Island, but the nation. Everybody's looking right now. It's not just limited to our little rectangle of Burrillville. All the other communities that have taken opposition, as you requested, may call us hypocrites. And you will have forfeited your perception in the eyes of the public. There will be another treaty proposal. It may not be as sweet as this one, as it may seem, but there will be another crack at the apple on this one. You should have had public workshops on this information, so we could have asked questions. Instead, you seem poised to make a decision tonight without truly knowing or hearing your people and listening to the technical input on the terms of the treaty. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Be the righteous man here. Nobody said the mountaintop would be smooth. Table this. It's time to make America great again, and it starts right here tonight in Burrillville.